I was very hurt and I was damaged as a result of this experience at first. But like everything in life, I've chosen to take the good or the bad and try to find the lesson in it. And the lesson in this one to me was humanity. What makes people do the things that they do? And not everyone is strong enough to take a position and keep it, even in the face of, uh, adversity.
Hey guys, welcome to Keep On Pushing Story, where we share with you absolutely real life stories of determination and perseverance and growth and eventually success. We want to share those stories with you because we think they are stories you can relate to in your own success journey. And today I'm so excited to welcome my friend Mike Malatesta to the show. Mike, welcome to Keep On Pushing Stories, my friend.
Oh, Devon, thank you so much for having me, man. This is going to be a blast. I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking forward to it. Well, let's jump into it, Mike. Please tell us what it is that you do. How do you serve? How do you bring value to the lives of others?
Yeah. So I've been an entrepreneur since I was 26. Okay. And I've had the good fortune to found, grow, and sell two, good sized businesses. And so I think that I'm a tremendous resource to entrepreneurs. That's number one. That's sort of my gift and sort of what I'm committed to. And how do I do that? Well, I do that by helping them any way I can as an investor, advisor, and other things. But I also help with my podcast, which is called How Did It Happen, where I share stories of success that, I hope inspire, activate, and maximize the greatness in others. And then I've got my book, Ownership, How Getting Selfish Got Me Unstuck, which is, again, a story of the entrepreneurial journey and how thinking big is very, very important, but not always easy. And then finally, I just try to put stuff out there on my blog and social media or whatever that's really not self-serving at all, just helpful based on my experiences.
Indeed, that's a full suite, my man. So if someone wanted to find you, like they wanted some advice as an entrepreneur,
yes,
or they want to read your book, Ownership, or just connect with you through your podcast, how would they do that?
The easiest way to get all that stuff in one spot is on my website, Devon. That's Mike Malatesta, MALATESTA.com. You can read about everything I'm doing. You can subscribe to my newsletter. You can email me from there and we can connect.
So MikeMalatesta.com. That's where you go to find the man himself.
Yeah.
So dude, let's get down to the meat of the matter, man. I definitely want to hear your Keep On Pushing story. We want to hear of a time, Mike, when you had to overcome a significant challenge, or maybe you had to push or expand your comfort zone in order to go accomplish something. So please do tell.
Yeah, 2010, 2011, we had outgrown one of our existing facilities and we needed to move. And so I found a piece of property in a neighboring community, checked out the zoning, everything was right. I bought the property for close to $2 million. I went to the village with the plans that we were going to do to build a waste processing facility there, got all the plans approved, went through architectural review, got that approved. And I thought, this is like the next thing for us. We're stepping up, we're moving up in the world. And we started working on the place, and somebody called me and they said, "Hey, have you been listening to the news on the radio?" And I said, "No, I don't listen to the radio." And he said, "You should check it out because this guy is on there talking really badly about you and your business." And so I turned on the radio, and it was one of those talk radio shows, Devon. And this guy who I never met and has no idea who I am is talking about our company moving into this neighborhood and how we are going to completely ruin the quality of life in that entire neighborhood. And that started like a complete avalanche of negative press about our company and about me personally. And it's just like you couldn't stop it. And then all of a sudden, the village says, well, we're going to have to pull these permits that we gave you. And I said, well, what do you mean to pull the permits? We bought this property based on what you told us we could do. And then we went through all the reviews and stuff. The short story of this, which is what you want, is that we had to go in front of the village board and these packed gymnasiums of people who were vitriol about how our business and being there in that, and this was an industrial design, industrial zoned place. It wasn't like a park or something, right? Mm-hmm. And just, I had to sit there and more than dozens of people who never met me, never had any interaction with the company, didn't know anything about us except what they were hearing on the radio or what they were making up in their own heads, go up and tell this village board what a horrible decision they made, how this company is so terrible, how our kids are going to get sick, how all the ecosystem of the wildlife are going to be negatively impacted, and just on and on and on. And finally, the village decided they couldn't take the pressure, and they retracted all of our stuff. And we were stuck there. I thought we were going to be stuck there with, a couple $1 million invested into a piece of property that we can't use. But I wasn't going to take that. I couldn't take that. I couldn't change their decision right away, but I was able to, and with some help from our attorneys and stuff, go back to them and say, hey, look, I know you're under pressure, but what you've done here is egregious. And I think it's illegal too. And ultimately, by pushing and pushing and pushing through that, we were able to get, a settlement that took care of us in a good way and gave us the opportunity to, I think, get some of our pride back, because we weren't the ones that we weren't doing anything wrong. We were doing exactly what we said we would do. And we were able to, imagine how hard it is to go find another place after you've been on the news and everything about how horrible you are as a person and a company. But we were able to keep pushing through. We did find another facility, Devon, and we were able to build, kind of our dream plant and our dream office to replace the one that we had originally outgrown. It was a horrible situation to go through.
Yeah, so you had this dream, this goal, and
yes.
all of a sudden people started to rain on your parade. Actually, it's more than that. They started to trample on your goals, man.
Like,
what does that feel like?
It feels terrible, because as much as so my immediate reaction was, they start pushing, I'm going to start pushing back with truth, right? With facts, but nobody cared about truth. Nobody cared about fact. They didn't care about my truth, at least. They didn't care about that. They didn't care about facts. All they cared about was it was the easy thing. Like, what's this person saying about them? Okay, well, I'll just believe that, because I'm assuming that person's done some work. That person didn't do any work, never talked to me or anything. So we pushed back. We went on radio. We went on TV. We went, in the newspaper. We did all the things that I thought you're supposed to do to protect your reputation and rule of law, process. And it just, that, we were not successful.
Mm-hmm. So obviously your pride is on the line, your pocketbook is on the line as well.
Yeah.
So you decided to push back. What else was there that kind of inspired you, motivated you to want to push back against it? What the decision that the town made?
Well, I feel like I'm a reasonable person, and I feel like there was a much better way to approach this and talk through the issues and solve them, as opposed to just coming at us. So, when someone comes at you, you come back, especially when you think that the truth and the facts are on your side. And so that's how I reacted. And I don't think I would react any differently, because if you just walk away, you're just admitting, or you're sort of playing into their story, Devon. And I want to write my own story. I don't want someone else to write a story for me or about me.
Yeah. Yeah. What would you say is the biggest lesson you took away from that experience?
So here are a couple of big ass lessons from that experience. One, the people that are on the news or on talk radio or whatever don't care anything about you. They don't care about what the facts are. They don't care about doing any research. All they care about is whatever they're told to talk about. So that's number one. It's very frustrating, because when you watch the news, you think, oh, these people are, telling us the truth, right? That's their job, to get the truth out. I don't think that's really, yeah, it really turned me off on that, because that's what I believe. And then secondly, public officials, elected public officials, they do have a responsibility to listen to their constituency, but they also have a responsibility to treat people with dignity and respect, and especially when those people did exactly what they told them to do. And so, it's like, always be wary about what people are telling you, and never accept that someone is telling you something that is not true. Just keep pushing through it and get to a resolution that works for you.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we're all living in this 24-hour news cycle, and there is part of the reason why we're having all these challenges in society is because one set of people is listening to these guys over here, and the others are listening to that side over there,
right.
And to their truth. And you're absolutely right. Those who are pushing out their version of the truth don't necessarily know what they're talking about, but people assume they do.
Yes.
So we should be wary of the news, wary of, unfortunately, public officials as well, because they don't always act in good faith. On a deeply personal level, I mean, how do you think you have grown from this experience?
Well, I was very hurt and I was damaged as a result of this experience at first. But like everything in life, I've chosen to take the good or the bad and try to find the lesson in it. And the lesson in this one, to me, was humanity. What makes people do the things that they do? And not everyone is strong enough to take a position and keep it, even in the face of adversity. And there's nothing I can do about that. So I just need to make sure that I'm doing what I need to do, to in the face of whatever adversity I come across, to do what I think is right, and to stick with it.
Yeah, that's a really powerful lesson. I think we sometimes forget the humanity that we all share, and that there is a price actually to do the right thing. But we should always endeavor that if this is something that we believe to be true, believe to be right in our gut, not something that we necessarily hear from somebody else and then accept as true. There's a difference.
Yes.
That it requires us to push through that adversity. Mike, amazing story, powerful life lessons. Thank you so much for sharing with us.
I appreciate the opportunity to do it, and it's been great spending time with you.
Every time, my man. Hey guys, if you enjoyed this, if you found it valuable, then please please share, absolutely share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well. We'd love to have you. Until we connect next time, yeah, man, keep on pushing.